One of the best presents I gave a girlfriend of mine was a high-sided baking sheet fitted with a wire rack. It's hard to believe that I could make Sherry's day by teaching her how to cook basic roasted chicken. I'm Sally from Taylor Takes a Taste, and today that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to run through tips and techniques for getting moist, juicy, delicious chicken breasts that you can use in a variety of recipes. And while we're at it, we're going to mix it up a bit, and we're going to make a caramelized orange smoked sweet paprika roasted chicken with some vegetables that we're going to turn into just a killer chicken salad later on. Are you ready to get started? The first thing I want you to do is to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. I have 5 pounds of bone-in, skin-on chicken breasts on a wire rack fitted inside of a high-sided sheet pan. The chicken's at room temperature, and I've patted it dry with a paper towel to get rid of the extra moisture. We're going to season our chickens with kosher salt and coarse ground black pepper. I use a ratio of about 3 parts salt to 1 part pepper. First, I want you to do both sides. We're going to do the underside of the chicken and be generous because this is the only seasoning we're using. We've seasoned the bottom of the chicken, and now it's time to salt and pepper the top. Now, one of the reasons we put the chicken on a wire rack is to give air circulation on the top and the bottom. And I like to have the chicken breasts evenly spaced so they're not crowded. This produces a crisp crust on the bottom and the top and keeps the juices inside the chicken, which means moist, delicious chicken. Now, this is all you need to do. We're ready to get in the oven. We're going to bake our chicken breasts between 55 and 70 minutes. You're going to hear your chicken sizzle and smell delicious roast chicken smells. The breasts are done when an instant read thermometer reads 165 degrees. Remove your chicken from the oven and let it cool. Now let's have some fun and get to that other recipe and amp up the flavors. Caramelized orange and smoked sweet paprika chicken breasts are merely a variation on our basic roasted chicken breast technique. I've lined my pan with foil and with some parchment paper, and instead of using a wire rack, we're actually going to use carrots, whole peeled carrots, as our rafters to hold up the chicken breast so the air can get around it and it's going to cook. I have seasoned the bottom of 5 pounds of bone-in, skin-on chicken breasts with our salt and pepper seasoning mix. The top of the skin is patted dry, and we're going to give it a coat of olive oil, and then we're going to cover it with our dry rub. This is a really fun dry rub to make. In a small bowl, I want you to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of hot Hungarian paprika, 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of regular Hungarian paprika, and give that a stir. Then I want you to add 1 teaspoon of granulated sugar, 1/2 teaspoon of fresh grated orange zest, 1/4 teaspoon of thyme, and 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Stir all of this until blended, and now we're going to liberally sprinkle the tops of our chicken breast skin with the dry rub mixture. Arrange the chicken halves on top of the carrots. Now in a small bowl, I want you to add grape tomatoes and orange segments, and this is a seedless orange that we've sliced into quarters, 1/4 cup of fresh orange juice, and the remainder of the olive oil, and the remainder of your dry rub. Now give this a good toss with your spoon until it's covered. Now let's take our spiced grape tomato and orange mixture and arrange it in an even layer on our baking sheet. Our orange and sweet smoked paprika chicken is ready for the oven. Put it in a 400-degree oven and bake it for about 20 minutes. I want you to remove it from the oven, using a spoon, toss the tomatoes and oranges. Return it to the oven and bake an additional 30 minutes. You may begin checking the chicken temperature at this time. If it's not ready, turn your vegetables again and put it back in the oven. When your chicken registers 165 on an instant read thermometer, the dish is ready. Remove it from the oven and let it cool to room temperature. There you have it, basic salt and pepper roasted chicken that I'm going to use in a classic chicken salad and take the leftovers and make a cheesy quesadilla just for myself. And then the star of the show, caramelized orange and smoked sweet paprika chicken that has roasted grape tomatoes and carrots that I think I'll serve with a citrus scallion rice. Those leftovers I'm going to turn into a really cool chicken salad that you'll see later on in the week. For these and other roasted chicken ideas, check out TaylorTakesATaste.com.